Whether you are a new player or on your 7th playthrough, there are some secrets and hidden choices in the Commonwealth that you still may have missed after all these years. In this video, we'll be looking at 15 evil decisions you can make in Fallout 4. In the Nuka World DLC, you can encounter multiple slaves named traders, former inhabitants of the park, now enslaved by the 3 raider gangs, all wearing shock collars, except for one, Lauren Plummer, the elderly bartender at Cappy's Cafe. When talking to her, she will reveal why she doesn't have to wear one.
I can see the question in your eyes. Why ain't she got a collar? You wanna take a guess?
I assume it's because the gangs trust you, not to run off.
Trust? Hell no. A real raider don't trust anyone but himself. The answer is because they got a healthy mix of fear and respect, that's why. That, and the fact I don't take from anyone. And here, it's my drinks and my rules.
But if you don't like this arrangement, by passing a speech check, you can demand Lauren to put on a slave collar for no reason, just because you can.
New boss, new rules. From now on, you wear your collar.
What? You serious? Fine. I'll put the damn thing on. I'll even serve you a drink. But I'll still be hoping you get a knife between the ribs from one of these raiders.
She will continue to act as a vendor, but from time to time will also complain about the collar.
Damn collar itches like the devil. Now what do you need?
In one of the random encounters in the DLC, you can meet a traveling merchant named Cora on her way to Diamond City with her sister Chelsea and brother-in-law Peter. Being the evil bastard that you are, you can convince Cora to abandon their goal of reaching Diamond City and instead head to Nuka World.
Diamond City is a bust. Nuka World is where you want to be.
Damn it. I knew it sounded too good to be true. I guess we can always try Nuka World. But I've heard some crazy stories about that place.
Nuka World is perfectly safe. You guys would fit right in.
Really? Maybe the rumors we heard weren't true then. I'll talk to the others. I think we'll give it a shot.
This will ensure that they will either get killed or enslaved for the rest of their lives by the raiders. In Vault 81, a young child named Austin will get bit by a diseased mole rat while wandering the abandoned secret area of the vault. Dr. Pensky will ask the player to go into the hidden section and find a cure for the disease. Once obtained, you can return back to the medical bay and speak with Dr. Forsyth, where you will be presented with 2 choices. Either give the cure to the doctor and save Austin's life, or keep the cure for yourself and let the boy die.
Let him die. I'm keeping it. You're going to sell it, aren't you, bastard? Are you really willing to let Austin die just to earn a few caps?
He can die for all I care. What's one more dead child in this world?
No wonder we don't let many Commonwealth people into the vault. You are a cold, selfish bastard. Get out of my sight.
After some time, Austin will pass away, and a small memorial will be created for him by the other vault residents in the vault's classroom. During the quest Turn Back the Fog in the Far Harbor DLC, Small Bertha will ask you to clear out Echo Lake lumber from all the ghouls so that the harbormen can settle it. Once you kill them all, a crazed cannibal named Malcolm will approach you claiming the place to be his.
You got them shamblers all dead. Fog's quiet. The land's mine again.
He will offer you a deal to send the unsuspecting settlers to him so he can ambush and eat them in return for 600 caps.
This is my land. Keep the outsiders away. Or, let them come. Send them to me. Send all of them to me. And then I'll hunt them, salvage their gear, cut the meat, then toss the remains for the fog. What do you say? Got caps. Make it worth your while.
You give me the caps, and I'll send them over.
Good meat. Smart meat. You can leave. Send everyone over.
After some time, Small Bertha and her brother, as well as other settlers, will go missing, mentioned by Far Harbor's residents.
Nobody's heard nothing for those dregs that went inland.
Implying that they were all eaten by Malcolm. Going back to Nuka World, a religious sect calling themselves the Hubologists can be encountered at their camp near the Grantchester Mystery Mansion, led by Dara Hubble, who will ask you to repair an old UFO ride located at the nearby Nuka World junkyard, believing it will take her and her fellow Hubologists to another world. For the ride to function, you need to gather 3 fusion cores and load them into the spaceship's battery pack. This will allow the Hubologists to ride it, and once it's over, exit safely. But if you put 4 fusion cores in the battery pack instead and turn the ride on, it will keep spinning until all of the Hubologists are dead, allowing you to loot their bodies.
Something's wrong. Shut it down. Shut it down.
North of Neponset Park, Billy Peabody, a ghoul child, is trapped in an old pre-war fridge and has been there for 200 years. Once you free him, he will ask you to escort him back to his old home in Quincy.
I live in Quincy, or at least I used to. But I don't know how to get there.
As you lead him there, you will be approached by a gunner named Bullet, who will offer you 200 caps for the boy.
Cute kid. Is he for sale?
For the right price, yeah.
Please, don't sell me to this guy.
I'll give you 200 caps right now.
Sold. Kid, I found you a new home.
Come on, kid. I got some holes that need digging.
You son of a... I'll get you for this.
A pretty messed up thing to do, especially since Billy just gained his freedom. Another option is to reject Bullet's offer and help Billy get to his parents, where Bullet and some other gunners will follow you and demand you surrender the boy and his parents to them.
You there, in the house. I want those ghouls, especially that kid. You can give them up peaceful like, or die trying to save them.
Here you will have an option to just leave the family to be enslaved, but this time without any compensation from the gunners.
You can have them. Why should I risk my life?
All right, boys. Let's collect our new workers.
You're a monster.
After successfully teleporting into the Institute and retrieving the experimental serum for Virgil, you can go back and lie to him that the serum wasn't there, and even convince him to kill himself.
What am I gonna do? Am I stuck like this?
What about the virus? Won't your condition get worse over time?
I don't know. God, what if you're right? Could I end up like those dumb brutes? No. No, I couldn't live like that.
Then end it now, while you can still make that choice.
I don't think I can. I don't have the stomach to kill myself. But you could do it. Go ahead. Just try to make it quick, all right? All right. Whenever you're ready.
In the Far Harbor DLC, if you're part of the Institute, you can report Acadia, the synth colony led by Dima, to the SRB, who will dispatch a strike team to attack and recover all the synths living there.
They should be ready to receive this bunch back at the Institute. It looks like they can be salvaged, thankfully. Odds are, most of them will be back at work before you know it.
This, according to the runaway synths, is the worst fate possible, and they would rather die than be taken back to be enslaved in the Institute again. Also, if the player is a member of the Brotherhood of Steel, you can report the colony's existence to them instead, who will just simply go in and kill all the synths without mercy, seeing them as an existential threat to the human race. Another evil thing you can do in the DLC is to turn off Far Harbor's fog condensers that are the only thing keeping the fog and all the monsters in it at bay. This can be done after retrieving Dima's memories. Once turned off, the town will be invaded by fog crawlers, anglers, and gulpers, massacring and eating everyone in it. After completing the Battle of Bunker Hill quest and siding with the Institute, Father will name you as his successor, which does not go down well with the other scientists, in particular with Max Loken and Lawrence Higgs, who will barricade themselves in the bioscience lab, cutting off the Institute's food supply. Newton Oberly, another scientist, after trying but failing to reason with them, will open a side door that leads to the bioscience observation room and give you a bioscience system access NASA's holotape. With this, you have an option to release the synthetic gorillas, who will kill both of the rebelling scientists and anyone else inside the lab, thus ending the rebellion in the most violent way. Afterwards, when talking to Newton, he will mention that the rest of the scientists will not forget what you've done and will start to fear you.
That was unfortunate. We don't like violence here, and I fear your actions will have consequences.
Stop whining, and be grateful that I got your food supply back.
Yes, of course. Sorry if I seemed ungrateful.
Mama Murphy, the chem-addicted fortune teller, possesses a unique gift called the Sight. To look into the future, she will use this ability in exchange for chems to reveal some parts of the Soul Survivor's future encounters, which can be done a total of 5 times. Giving her the final chem, Psycho, will cause her to overdose on it and pass away.
You will not be loved, but you will save humanity. However you choose to define it. Oh no. You should have seen this coming.
The rest of the settlers will gather around her to mourn her death, with Marcy Long blaming the player for causing Murphy's passing.
Can't believe you and Preston let Mama Murphy die like that. You should have stopped her.
Although her death is regrettable, her visions can be very useful to help avoid difficult combat situations. After learning that Paladin Danse is a synth from the obtained network hack of the Institute's mainframe, Elder Maxon orders you to go find Danse and execute him in the abandoned listening post Bravo. Despite having an option to save Danse and convince Maxon to spare him, you can execute Danse and shame him for being a synth, not caring about the fact that he's your friend and helped you join the Brotherhood in the first place.
Ad Victorium, brother.
During the last voyage of the USS Constitution side quest, instead of helping Ironsides, the Sentrybot captain, to obtain working turbopump bearings for the ship's rockets, you can instead, with the help of Mandy Styles, sabotage them so that the rockets will explode when fired up. This will allow Mandy and the other scavengers to storm the ship and destroy all the robots. Then she will turn on you and try to kill you with the rest of her crew. This will leave you with nothing but bodies and robot parts scattered everywhere, you alone standing on the now permanently damaged, landlocked ship. When helping investigate the disappearance of Amelia Stockton in the Covenant and following the clues, you will discover her being locked up in an underground compound created by Dr. Rosalind Chambers as a secret synth prison/torture area. Talking to Chambers will provide the player with 2 choices. Either try freeing the girl, but as a consequence turn the whole compound against you, or let the doctor kill Amelia Stockton and reward you with 300 caps for not getting in her way.
What? What are you doing?
I'm certain the autopsy will confirm my hypothesis.
No!
There.
In Vault 118, you will be tasked with uncovering the murder of Ezra Parker. If the player does a deep investigation of all the residents, he will discover that Ezra was never actually murdered, and the deceased RoboBrain is a woman named Juliana Riggs, murdered by Ezra, who has disguised himself as Juliana with a voice changer.
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well. Had to end eventually, I suppose.
Somehow, the victim had found out about Ezra's money embezzlement scheme and had to be silenced. After discovering this, you can report your findings to Maxwell, who will simply kill Ezra, ending the quest. Or you can take a bribe from the RoboBrain and let him leave the vault, letting him also get away with murder.
Just walk away. I'll leave, and you can tell them I escaped.
If I'm gonna let you go, I want a cut of what you've stolen.
Oh, so it's like that, eh? Fine. I'll grease your palm a bit, Detective. Now, am I free to go?
Okay, I'll let you go.